Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Jeremy Adrian here. Welcome back to the channel and to the Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn stream. Guys, this stream was supposed to begin like an hour and a half ago, 9 p.m. Unfortunately, and I wonder if you can tell from the sound of my voice, I woke up 2 minutes before I was supposed to stream. So I woke up at 8:58 p.m. and I was like, there's no way I can do this in time. So unfortunately, I had to push the stream back for like an hour to get, scrambled, to fresh up and have dinner and whatever. Yeah, it's been a very long night because for those of you that follow soccer or football or soccer, my team won the FA Cup, so there was plenty to watch and celebrate. We got a couple of people in chat. Kiwin's here, Sion's here, Fido Montoya's here. Hey guys, what's up? You guys are always here. Hope you guys are doing good this evening or morning or afternoon, wherever you guys are. Let's go ahead and jump into game here. It's also safe to assume that the review is coming along very well. It's coming along, I should say. Yeah. There's only a couple of things remaining left to see in Final Fantasy, as I've said in other streams and whatnot. Which the first one is PvP, which I'm not going to be able to do in this review cycle, but Fido, who's actually in chat, did say that they are going to be lowering the level requirement to jump into PvP at 30, I believe. So I will come back and do that on my sister's account or something in that nature. So yeah, for those of you that are Final Fantasy fans, don't worry, there's gonna be another review cycle coming for this game because of the expansions. And there's always someone in this house who's going to be playing this game, so I will have to come back to it eventually. But yeah, after this leveling stream review I'll be going full into review mode for 2 games, which is something of a I don't usually do that. When I review a game, I stay clear of something else just so I can get my head focused because of the nature of the reviews, because of how in-depth they go. And I want to keep my mind in these things. So I am really breaking my own protocol right now by doing both The Elder Scrolls Online and Final Fantasy at the same time. But lucky for me, I mean, I'm 90% there with Realm Reborn. That's just a base game. If you're talking about expansions or whatnot, no, I don't think I've got time to go through the prerequisites for Heaven's Sword. I've already finished the main story, by the way, for A Realm Reborn, and I've seen the massive cutscenes and the end, which was really interesting, I should say. And then all the unlocks started popping up, the level 50 unlocks. I got one to do all the dungeons, to unlock the hard mode dungeons and trials. So that will be fun if I'm gonna come back to that and do that. That's really, really cool. There's this website that I use that shows me all the unlocks. Everything that has this symbol and the quest on it is basically an unlock. You complete that quest and you unlock a different part of the game or a different mechanic or a different dungeon or whatnot. So, one of the things I want to be showing you guys today, not for you guys in the chat. You guys in the chat, I know you guys all play Final Fantasy, so you guys are going to need to correct me if I am incorrect in some of the things I say, because I am going to be doing crafting for the first time. So that's exactly what I intend to do. I've already, picked up a second class. Oh, there goes my Chocobo. I have to resummon him here. Using Final Fantasy's version of a cabbage. So, having him follow me around in the world is actually pretty fun. I've got him set to heals. I always find it better that way, because I'm in DPS mode all the time. Second thing, did I ever mention that I was in a free company? Did I say that? Yeah, I joined a free company. Yeah, I did. Actually, that was in the last stream. Time flies. Alright, I am heading back to New Gridania. Let's go pick up my crafting profession, which is probably gonna be Botanist or something. I know new players will get really confused at that, but I will show you guys what that's all about. We've got Ezra Woods in chat. Hey Ezra, he says, welcome back, thank you, and welcome to you. We got Jay Fairclough. Hey buddy, he says, sorry I missed the ESO stream, dude. 6 levels away from hitting level 50 on my warden. Holy shoots. What on earth? I did see the comment you posted like an hour ago. I think I just woke up and I checked my phone, and you said something about a double XP reward for those who do dungeons. Is that like a little exploit going on, or is that like working as intended? But yeah, that's awesome, dude. Level 50. You're so close to that. It's crazy. But yeah, don't worry about missing that, dude. If you have a choice between watching the stream or playing a game, go play the game. You know, the stream is always gonna be on the channel. So there's this really, the fact that you guys are in fact in chat right now is just pretty awesome. Kevin says Botanist, the Botanist is a gatherer, not a crafter. That's exactly right. It's a gathering class, and something that I wanted to take first. So my bad on that. I should have said a gathering class first, so you can gather the mats, and then you're gonna pick up one of the crafting classes like metal worker or something like that, just to make the stuff that your gathering class has gathered. Or you could use the drops. If you'll notice, like I have a lot of drops in my bag, and it says crafting materials, so these are all used for crafting. Or you can just buy them on the marketplace too. So as you can see, back in your home, your allied city, or whatever you want to call it, that's basically Gridania, La Nocia, and what's the other one? Ul'dah. You'll have not all of them. Like for example, over here in Gridania, I think you'll find the more greeny type, green thumb type professions. So we have archer, but that's a class. I'm still waking up, guys. I have coffee here. It's gonna take me a while. There we go. We got carpenter. So this is a crafter. So it's got a lot to do with wood. And then I'm just gonna use my aetheryte and jump in between here. Aetheryte. In the meantime, you know what? A lot of you guys have actually given me, tips for PvPs, like, you know, go to 60, go join the front line. You'll get much love there. I just wanted to remind a lot of people that great. There's somebody in my free company saying hi, and I'm being a total douchebag by not replying here. Yeah. Hi. The sad part about this is that, you know, these guys were nice enough to bring me in. This is a Japanese server, guys. I am on the Japanese servers, so this is like the largest free company on this MMOs server. There's a lot of people in this free company, which is basically a guild. So it's kind of neat that I actually found an English-speaking free company here. These guys are very active, especially in my prime time, which is GMT +8. So it's really cool that I found them. My sister's on, actually. It's kind of funny. Wait, let me get into Discord here. See if she's there. But yeah, lots of players in this guild, and the sad part is I only got like four days left on my subscription or whatever, so I'm gonna be AWOL for quite some time. So I'm gonna have to tell them, hey guys, I'm gonna be taking AWOL. But thanks for letting me in the guild for like a week. That's really kind of you. We got Jay Fairclough in chat, says, love wardens, I'm out tanking the tank when I've not meant to be the tank, and out DPSing the DPS. Well, you've given me hope that this is a class that, you know, could be better than what's already established out there. I mean, I was in some battlegrounds with Cernois last night, and we're both level 10 and 11. I mean, at that level, you're not gonna be, you know, too effective or whatever. But I can definitely see potential in the class. In fact, it plays just like my Templar in some ways, without the bear pat. Yeah, my sister is sending me some IMs here. Let's see, Control R. Give me a sec, guys. Okay, so I want to be going to the Botanist's Guild. Let's pick up gathering. We'll go do some gathering. Let's look at how gathering wood is like. How do you go about doing that? Because I've seen people doing that. I've even seen my sister do it, and it's unlike a lot of stuff. I mean, it's as traditional as it can get. So I wouldn't know until I do it for myself. So let's go ahead and wave here. What up? What? Commanderville? Is there like a dance? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not into dancing emotes, so yeah. You can just dance there by yourself. So as with every class and crafting profession or gathering profession, you pick it up as a class once you've unlocked the ability to do so at level 10. Once you hit level 10, you'll be able to cross. You'll be able to pick up a whole bunch of different classes and professions, whatever. So, just checking chat here. Rico, hey Rico, he says, forgot about this stream, just to engross with Star Wars The Old Republic. I don't blame you, dude. If you want to go play your MMO, go ahead, man. I mean, this stream is gonna be here on the channel anyway. But yeah, I've gotten a lot of you guys from all these different MMOs and multiple people from the same MMO. But Rico is like the only Star Wars person that I know. That regularly hangs out in chat. Oh, we got new. Wait, nice to meet you, Havelwin. How do I reply that? How do I say nice to meet you too? Welcome back. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Damn it. Okay, I'm just gonna go with thank you. So yeah, that's a neat little feature, because that's I suspect a Japanese player who did that translation thingy. You can just pick from a few defined words that will be translated to all the different languages within the game. So that's a cool feature. Thanks. Well, I'm getting a lot of attention here on my final stream. Can you imagine if someone watches this? It's like, that's Havelwin's final stream. And we're all saying welcome and thank you. And he's gonna go AWOL for like months. God, I feel like an idiot. Okay, just checking chat again here. Jay Farco says, let me DM you the build I used to, on Twitter. Please, that'll be fantastic, dude. Because I intend... It's a toss-up right now because of what they're doing to the Templar class on the Elder Scrolls Online. If the Warden... I'm going to play the Warden after Morrowind. I'm going to bring him back to Tamriel and take him through the main story and everything. So if there's actually a build in there that's going to be good, yeah, I want to see it. Okay, there's an issue kind of here with the stream. It says my stream health is bad. The hell? Guys, if there's any issues with the stream, please let me know. It says here, viewers will experience buffering. If you guys are having issues with the stream, let me know. It's a weird thing. In the meantime, going below chat, Fido Montoya says, I don't do much gathering or crafting, too lazy. I want to try some fishing, but it will take a while to accomplish things in it. I've seen fishing, I mean, but yeah, it's just not the kind of thing that I do in MMOs, I suppose. I've tried fishing in Elder Scrolls, for example. That one, that's a pretty decent way to make some money. There's this item that you can get, and you can sell it for a lot of gold. In other games, like Lord of the Rings, for example, or it's not even used for food or cooking. I don't think. It's just like catching trophies and whatever. And then Rift is all about food, and so I think here's about food as well. But it's not something that I would do. So yeah, I'm hearing all kinds of shit. People knocking my door. Just gotta check my phone though, see if that's my sister or not. If you guys can hear that, that's kind of freaky. Sounds like it's coming from upstairs. I'm in an apartment, so You never know. Could be neighbors downstairs, neighbors upstairs. We got Lee Telfer in the chat. Hey, Lee Telfer. And he asked, did you end up playing through Heaven's Sword? No, sir. I unfortunately did not have enough time to accomplish all that I needed to. But I did made it through the end of the base game. And Heaven's Sword, it did come with my copy of this Realm Reborn, so which means that whenever I extend my subscription, I will come back and give that a review, because there's some really good things I'm hearing about the previews for Stormblood, and the fact that they might well, they are making the prerequisite, like the 2.0 to 2.55 whatever, that you gotta do all these dungeons and stories that you gotta do to unlock the expansion in game for you. That, you know, they're gonna make it easier for you to finish all that. Is a good indicator that I should come back and do that. So Lee, to answer your question, the review that I'm gonna do, the 10 reasons to play, is gonna be based on the base game, not with any of the expansions or whatever, but the base game in a sense that how these expansions have also affected it now. So what can you do in the base game now with some of these new changes compared to like when it first launched or whatever. So that's all going to be going into this review, because unfortunately I, you know, don't have the time to go beyond level 50. I was actually really gung-ho that I could make it to 60, but unfortunately timing, the Elder Scrolls completely sabotaged me. Holy shit, if the Elder Scrolls had not had early access, or if it just launched on June 6th, or actually had its early access on June 6th, I would have gone and done it. But unfortunately, I had to step into Morrowind. Okay, so we have the Botanist. There is a cutscene for this gathering class here. So they almost treat crafting classes and gathering classes as it is like a combat class, which is you don't see that too often for an MMO. Alright, let's go talk to Fucha. Okay, I should probably read the... You've been referred to Fufucha. Wow, that almost sounds like a... For all you folks who like Chinese food. Fufucha, tofu fa. What else? Tofu fa. Kung Fu Chow. This is all food, by the way. Food and drink. Dessert. The Master of Botanist Guild. Seek her out and impress upon her your desire to learn. So I'm gonna get a hatchet there, which I'm actually not. Oh, okay, that's the Botanist's primary tool. So that's a weapon for the Botanist. Well, it's not a weapon. It's probably what I'm gonna need to chop down some trees. So let's go ahead and talk to Fufu Cha over here. Okay, very green. Great, give me the hatchet and I'll be on my way. Number of available gear slots has increased. Excellent. Alright, so we got a gathering log. Wait, let me just check that. What's the key bind for gathering log? I know H is hunting log. Is it here? No. Gladiator, pugilist. No. Let's try G. No. Okay, but either way, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put on my hatchet and see if that like kind of changes the class. It does, yo. So I'm gonna go and save a new set here. Gear set list. I'm gonna make a new one, and it's the Botanist. That's basically it. And then just drag this to like my bar or whatever. I'll probably drag my Dragoon and my Marauder here as well, so changing becomes seamless. So now I'm gonna need some clothes. What can I wear? Well, there's always that, so I'll just put those on. Any pants for me? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm gonna be gathering, you know, whatever, so don't actually need better gear for this. Now that I put on the gear, let's go back and talk to Fufucha. So I'm now a Botanist. I've gotten out of my Dragoon armor set. wants to assign you your first task as a botanist. So the first thing you'll notice gathering, and I'm sure crafting is going to be the same, is that, you know, there are quests, and these are like full-blown dialogue text, some story type quests for gathering and crafting, which to me it's a first. I've never actually played an MMO that had that. I see the hatchet, very good. Hatchet is his livelihood, never forget this. If you fail to keep this blade clean, your efforts will yield naught but sweat and splinters. Your first task is to grasp the basics of botany. I would like you to gather 10 pots worth of latex. Ooh. Wow. I wonder what that's going to be used for. The first yields to as many more resources. Is the botanist's job to know what can be found and where. Alright, Yellow Serpent Gate. Mature trees. Wait, whoa. Botanists can use hatchets and other cutting tools to log the forest of Erzia and gather materials used in crafting. Trees that are prime for logging are known as mature trees. Okay, to locate mature trees, make your way out of the city and then use the botanist action known as triangulate. Cool, so we've got a skill here. Yeah, okay, cool. So let me just check the map here. Where's the best place to get some mature latex? Yellow Serpent Gate. Yeah, I guess North Shroud's fine. Let's go ahead there. Let's take the path right there so I can actually just check chat. Path this way. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'll just run. Okay, checking chat here. Qin says Final Fantasy XIV is basically an extremely refined traditional MMORPG. Yes. In majority, well, in a big way, it is. It uses a lot of new ideas, right? That you see in modern MMOs, but it puts those modern stuff behind the traditional in terms of linearity, in which you have to follow a main thread for you to properly unlock. Well, I guess the best way to put it is like how rides, like a haunted house, basically a theme park, haunted house theme park. You have one road set defined. You just go through the entire haunted house, go through all the scares that the haunted house intends for you to see, and then you're out. That's basically how I think of Final Fantasy here. Okay, mature 3. Let's see if there's any mature 3s or trees over here. God, I always get my number 3 and trees mixed up. I try and pronounce the damn thing. Okay, so basically, let's use the number 1 skill here. That's triangulate. And if there's a mature tree in sight, it's gonna be glowing. There you go. Level 5 mature 3. Mature tree. And I've already equipped the axe, so I am now gathering. As many as 8 different types of items can be found on a single gathering point. Begin gathering by selecting an item from the list that appears after right-clicking the target. Oh, that's cool. So you find yourself a tree trunk, and when you right-click it, you've got these options here, and it's like a vending machine. What do you want? You want a branch, or you want an earth shard, or you want a maple log, or you want a latex? So depending on what crafting profession you have, the materials that you want to get out of this tree, you have to manually choose one, rather than traditional MMOs where you get a bunch of stuff, and this one lets you pick. Your chance of success will be based on a high gathering rating, okay? And items position on this list is determined by its type. For example, branches are found in the 3rd slot, okay? Well, in this case, it's the... Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, great. So I need latex, so I'm just gonna, I guess, drag that, or click that. Yeah, click that. Okay, so it's you gotta continuously click it. So I gotta click the mouse 10 times to get 10 latex. Wow, this is manual labor, guys. I'm working for my for my oi, oi, oi. Oh, okay. So you're not gonna get, obviously, you're not gonna get all 10 latex from the same tree. So you're gonna have to move on. But that's basically it. All right, I'm checking chat here. Where am I right now? We got a Hayu Visor. Sorry if I get your name wrong. It's nice to see you, Hayu Visor. He says, yeah, which is basically agreeing to Kiwin's point that Final Fantasy is basically an extremely refined traditional MMO. Jay Fairclough says, just send you the DM, buddy. Thank you so much, Jay. I'll check it out as soon as the stream is done. Fido says, Final Fantasy XI, the first Final Fantasy MMO, was the same way. Loved the auto translate since there were no North American servers. Final Fantasy XI, what year was that? I mean, I always thought that the 1.0 was like their first attempt at an MMO. Didn't really know that Final Fantasy was an MMO before that. It'll be interesting to watch some early videos about what that game was all about. Fido says stream looks fine to me. Okay, great. I don't know why YouTube does that to me. Once in a while it says the stream is bad, so I have to assume the worst, that you guys are having some visual. Anyway, if there's any audio issues, any video issues right now, if I'm too soft, if you can hear the air conditioner thumping away in the background, let me know. I'll fix that as soon as possible. Sean Wall also says stream's fine, great. Fido says, how far did you get in the story? Did anyone lose a limb? Ooh, well, in terms of the base game, I finished it sorta, and then I'm just starting to make my way. I mean, this is it right here. The price of principles. That's the current one that I'm on. But no, I don't think anyone has lost a limb yet. Fido, is that a trick question? I don't know. But yeah, the Imperials are dead. Spoiler alert: Imperials are dead. Kill them. Then again, it's been out so far. Fido says, I can't remember. Did you check out Palace of the Dead? Yes, sir, I did. I had like an entire stream dedicated to Palace of the Dead. And the highest I got was like to the level 41, I think. Yeah, it was like the third bracket. Because the boss battle started to get really hard. And doing it in a pug group wasn't going to be great. So, but I really like Palace of the Dead. If anybody plays Guild Wars 2, Palace of the Dead gives me that same vibe of, the Super Box Adventure, or it's a different type of world, but with the SAB, for example, everything's in like 8-bit pixelated, so that's kind of cool. Whereas in the Palace of the Dead, it's just this almost classic RPG game with levels. It's like you're ascending a tower. And you got the one boss at the end, but it's really the experience points that comes with it. It's really awesome, which is why I do it. Okay, a list of items is viewable through your gathering log. Can be viewed through your gathering log. This feature is accessible via logs in the main menu. Okay, logs. Gathering logs. There we go. So we got latex. What is this? Does it give me experience? Well, it probably does. It's just basically ticking off all the different materials that I have gathered, essentially. Let's go ahead and get one more, and let's go back to the Botanist Guild. Look what these feathers are. They're not trees, are they? Well, I'm going to click one again. Let's see if any of these back here respawned or not. Yes, sir. Mature tree. Give me one more latex. Come on. There we go. Let's deliver this to the Botanist Guild. And then I'll go pick up some carpentry. Let's craft a Lobby spear or whatever. Let's see how easy it is to craft or how hard it is to craft. Let's see if it's like a pain in the ass kind of thing. Or you're gonna need a lot of these different little materials or whatever. I enjoy crafting when it's simple, so that I can go out and enjoy the game. If you were to ask me which MMO has the best crafting system, oh gosh, why am I asking myself that? It's a tough one, really. I don't know, chat, you tell me, what is the MMO that you've played that has the best crafting system? Go. In the meantime, check and chat again. Rico J says, Tuk Tuk Cha. It sounds familiar. Is that like a dessert? I'm not very versed in food and drink, just the ones that I've actually had, so. Dave Farquhar asks, so how's you, buddy? I'm good. I am tired and sleepy and kind of groggy. Thank God I've got my coffee. But yeah, dude, I was watching the FA Cup final and then partied late into the night, which is why I woke up and 2 minutes from 9 p.m. which is local time here, so I could not do the damn stream. Jesus, so I had to delay that, but I'm good. How are you? How's it going? Fido Montoya says, I think Yoshi P. Yoshi P is the creative director? No, is he the executive producer? I don't know. But I do know Yoshi P. I just don't know what his role is. Says a Realm Reborn is like traditional theme park MMO due to having to rebuild the game from the ground up after the disaster that was 1.0. It's amazing that they poured money into the remake in the first place, so I'm pretty sure they didn't want to go nuts and take any risks on reinventing the MMO wheel. That's true. I suppose, yeah. I know what you're saying, and I would have done probably the same thing. And you can see that there's a certain discipline in there and a certain stubbornness not to be influenced sort of by, the whole free-to-play environment, the free-to-play culture, the buy-to-play environment. So it's, I mean, good on them for sticking through the guns on that. Online Fever says, yo, how's your progress? Hey, Online Fever, my progress has been, well, call it what you will. I mean, I'm 4 weeks in, I'm level 50. My goal was to finish the base game and hopefully try and get into, well, the base game, I mean, A Realm Reborn, and then try probably get into Heaven's Sword. I finished the base game, but I have not gotten into Heaven's Sword yet. There's still a couple of things I haven't seen, which is why, this is being the final stream, because I've only got like 4 days left in my subscription. There's a couple of things I want to check out. So, yeah. Crafting was one of them. PvP, as I said, I'll come back and do that on my own terms when I've got the time. Well, thank you. Latex is easy to find and easy to harvest. Being able to swing a tool does not make you a botanist. Great. The next Botanist quest will be available when you reach level 5, so really it's just like, leveling up a class or something. So every 5 levels, your gathering class will have a quest, your main combat class will have a quest, your crafting class will have a quest, so you are essentially leveling up. It feels like you're leveling up a whole bunch of things on one character, which is cool. There's no need for alts, I suppose. Let's go grab carpentry, y'all. Then we'll see what kind of wood we'll need, so we can go and harvest those. Leather worker. Well, they're leather worker. I don't know. I use heavy armor on my dragoon at least, so I'm not gonna go leather worker just yet. Fido Montoya says Final Fantasy XI came out in Japan in 2002. Whoa! In North America in 2003. Holy crap! Rico says, so your last character reminded me of Voss. Now this one reminds me of Baby Doll from Sucker Punch. Holy shit! What? Baby Doll from Sucker Punch? I've actually not watched Sucker Punch. I don't know what that movie's about. I probably have seen it around in terms of poster, but I've not watched it, so do enlighten me. Is that movie worth watching? Did I just see Mariah Carey run by? No, that's Maya Rich. My bad, y'all. Not trying to make fun of Mariah Carey. Where is the Carpenter's Guild again? Okay, it's over there. Rico, I'm gonna assume that you play Far Cry, dude, because you know Voss. So, did you watch the reveal for Far Cry 5? Man, what do you guys think? I mean, I was actually watching this this documentary on YouTube about stuff surrounding that, and then to see Far Cry actually goes in that direction is really interesting. Not what I wanted to see in a Far Cry game. I loved Far Cry for its exotic places, right? Because you're going to places that you would never expect to go in real life, I suppose. So now that we're actually going back into a popular civilization, whatever, it's a bit hard for me to buy into that, but we'll see. Hello, carpenter dude. I'm ready to become a carpenter. So let's go ahead and learn the ways of woodworking. Okay, by the way, this guy right here, he's crafting something. This little dude, Lil Roar. So that's what crafting is gonna look like. I don't think they're like crafting stations that you go and visit and then you right click on it and then you'll see a whole bunch of crafting options. I think you just do it there. Really, you pull out a little table. Like, look at that guy there. He's doing the same thing. That's what you can expect from crafting, I suppose. Let's go ahead and let's just move through all this stuff. Okay, we're gonna get wood shards. What's this? Ice shards and a weathered saw. Excellent. Basically, Korg bids you to speak with Timber Master Beaten. Seek him in the workroom through the doorway and up the steps. Like in most MMOs, when I pick a class, I'll do some research as well. Like, so what crafting profession is going to be good for my class? Because I want to be able to craft my own like armor and weapons and whatever. Final Fantasy, I remember asking that question once, and everybody's like, "Whatever, dude. You can pick up all the crafting professions if you want. Who cares?" What I would like to know, I guess, from you guys who played is basically, is crafting. Can you craft gear at like level 60 or whatever that's gonna be as equal or as good as gear drops from level 60 dungeons and whatever? Is that a thing? Yes, I'll devote myself to carpentry. Let me put it that way. Okay, same thing here. You equip your saw, and this is gonna change class again, like so. So now I've got crafting log, and I am now a carpenter, so I can go ahead and make a new gear set again. Let's add one more. This carp right there. Excellent. Let's bring that down to number 4. And I've got the basic synthesis skill. Let's click one. Only available while crafting, I see. I also got the crafting log, so let's go to logs and see what the crafting log is like. So let's keybind end. There we go. Now, this is interesting. So you can search for recipes here. Let's see. Well, I haven't learned anything. How do you go about learning recipes? Smithing is here. Armor craft, goldsmithing, cooking, alchemy. What? Cloth craft? That's the first take I've heard of that. Cloth craft. Leather working. We got favorites. You can save favorites, which is cool. You got recipe level 1 to 5. Exile quests. Exile quests. Cool. Your crafting profession has quests. Nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a quest from this guy. Let's see what carpentry is all about. Timber Master is testing you by challenging to craft maple lumber. Yeah, sure. To synthesize a length of maple lumber for Timber Master beacon, select logs from the main menu followed by crafting log. Okay, wait. Logs. Crafting log. What am I should probably read this right. Okay, you did that already. To begin synthesis, you must first select the crafting class and level tier of the item you wish to create. Okay. Once you have highlighted the item, confirm if you possess all the materials necessary in your inventory. If you do, select the synthesize button to begin the crafting process. Okay. So I have just clicked woodworking, but I need to find what? Maple, right? Is that what I'm looking for? Maple, maple, maple. It's like level 18 and shit. Shit, what am I doing around here? Delivering a length of maple lumber. It's probably because I don't have maple in my bag that I can't craft it, right? Holy shit. Yeah, I don't see there any option to craft maple lumber. What am I doing wrong here? Kewin says just buy maple log from the NPC at the front of the guild. That's it? Oh, right. Thank you. Thank you, Crosshairs. I clicked that the first time. Oh, okay. I was on exile quests. Son of a gun. That explains it. Okay, so recipes, level 1 to 5 here, exile quests here. I'm gonna have to just not pay attention to these. I don't even know why I'm getting exile quests this early. It's probably because I unlocked it on my main character. I mean on my Dragoon. So this is basically it. Maple lumber. I've got the maple. I think that that's what he wants, right? I don't see. Yeah, let's go ahead and synthesize that. Unable to craft. You don't have. Oh, okay. I don't have it. Fine. But Kewin says I can also buy it from the NPC at the front. I wonder how much maple's gonna cost here. Guild supplier. There you are. You have maple? Do you? Do you have maple wood? Oh, you have maple logs. Very good. Give me 1, 2. Yeah, I take 2. Thank you very much. Okay, that's B again. No, it's N. Maple lumber. Go. Oh. Sorry, I was just expecting, to see some action, and then I realized I'm probably gonna have to do this myself. Yeah, yeah. So I do have a skill here. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, everything's coming together now. All right. Sorry, guys, a little slow. Still in the process of waking up. Need more coffee. That's gonna be my excuse for the night. Okay. Achieve 100% progress before material durability reaches 0. Okay. If it reaches 0 before 100%, the synthesis will fail, and oh shit. So you could lose your... So basically just keep spamming the number 1 button and don't let the durability go down. Ooh. That's basically it. You know, what I find interesting is that you're not like a passenger. You're not watching your character, you know, do it himself. You are sort of manually crafting in this game, which again is interesting. I don't know if I can do that for like 50 levels or however high the tiers go. I suppose in terms of recipes, you know, going up. Ooh. Okay, let's see where chat has us right now. Online Fever says you have about 120 plus more quests for the base game. That's the prerequisite, right? That's 2.0 to like 2.55 or something like that. That's unlocking, making your way to Heavensward with all the dungeons and whatever in there, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna have time to do that. But I've seen enough, really, for me to make my own mind up in terms of what my review is gonna, you know, entail for new players. Fido Motora says the ending before leading into Heavensward is epic. The whole team's spoiler alert, guys. Okay, the whole team splits up. I suggest you at least get that far in the story before you are finished playing. I will try, Fido. Really, it's a time thing. You know, it's not the game, it's me. I with that amount of subscription left and with the amount of stuff I have to do, I can't promise that I'll go that far. But I do intend to see everything, and I have to see everything, right? Because when you pay a subscription, and for you to unlock more in the story, you have to do it anyway. So don't worry, I will get to that eventually. We Heavy says EVE Online for crafting. Okay, because earlier I asked which MMO in the chat's opinion has the best crafting system. So We Heavy says EVE Online for crafting. I can imagine. I have not checked out EVE Online. I've followed it because of, you know, some of these sandbox stories that you hear about the game's really awesome. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, but I've not actually checked out crafting. Arlim JH, hey Arlim, good to see you again, dude. And he says only 4 days remaining. Yes, I know. If I could just take 4 days off and just relax at home, I would probably go and try and finish all the prerequisites the same way I would have, you know, leveled. Riku just says Sucker Punch only for the special effects. Everything else is probably toss. Okay, I'll stream it online then. Kiwin says crafted gear can be better than dungeon drops, but raid drops will be better. Okay, that makes sense, and you expect it too, especially, you know, when you work that hard for raids. There's not a lot of games out there that would make their crafted gear better than raid gear. Maybe Guild Wars do, I don't know. But I prefer this method, basically. You want the best gear, you work for it, you raid. And for those that are solo players and whatever, of course, I'm not saying that soloers and casual people should be, you know, sort of locked out from having the best gear through raiding, whatever, but there should be an alternate way for them to get gear that is slightly lower than raid gear. Because in my opinion, if you raid and you put the effort in, you put the time in, you should be getting the best gear. No brainer. But for soloers and casual people, they can work just as hard, alternatively, to get decent gear. Where are we in the chat? Fido says, never mind what I said about that ending. Looks like it's at the end of all the quests required to get into Ishgard in Heavensward. I'll get to it eventually. Fido also says, I forgot when it happened because it's been so long. Kiwan says, just buy Maple Log from the NPC at the front of the guild. That's what I did. I actually looked over to you and you said that there, so I went and bought it. Corsair says recipes 1 to 5. Oh, thanks guys, yeah, for helping me out back there. And Fido Montero says you can also search items in your recipes and crafting window. Jay Fargo says the red cap gives you OP power in gaming. Use it. This red cap? No. It keeps me from getting a headache, at least. Kewin also says you can auto-synthesize afterwards. Basically use it to farm mats. Oh yeah, I mean, there is a macro. Final Fantasy allows you to customize macros and whatever. So you can totally just set up a macro. It's not how I would play, basically. But yeah, you can totally do that. I love the way he's just checking out the wood. Yeah, checking out the wood. Yes, I feel it. The wood tells all. Man, these elves. This is what it means to know the wood. The maple lumber you've brought me is acceptable. Gosh. Yet for all it has grown, your knowledge is still lacking. You must learn more. A true carpenter knows the qualities and uses of every tree in the forest. When you know the lines of the maple better than those upon your own hand, return to me. I shall have another test for you. Till then, child. Okay, next quest at level 5. So that's basically it. You know, each of these gathering, crafting, whatever, they do give you different outfits, as you saw. I'm getting one right here for the carpenter. I got one for the botanist. And the difference that I notice is basically in the stat. For example, here, let me just... so in the carpenter one, I'm getting a bonus of craftsmanship plus 18. That is obviously going to affect the crafting of carpentry as well. So, oh, what's this? I got a trade. Oh, it's Kniferum. Hello, Kniferum. What would you like to trade with me? White-eyed fawn. Oh, is that a pet goat? Oh, what? Fledgling dodo? And a dust bunny? Really? What? Where do you get all that stuff? I'm gonna use the dust bunny. You can now summon the dust bunny minion, the dodo, and what's the last one? The fawn. Minion. Oh, there we go, minions. Okay, I've got a few here. So I'm just gonna put the fawn here. Put the dust bunny. Put the dodo. Let's check out the fawn. Oh, I don't have a companion deployed. How dare you? Is it deployed? Where's my mount? Companion. Oh yeah, I've got 21 minutes left on my chocobo because I used a cabbage at the start of the stream. Well, that's basically it, guys. That's crafting. So let's try and craft something here. I don't have... Well, I can buy maple right now. But let's see what I can craft. I can craft an amateur spinning wheel, which is... What is this? It says WVR. I'm guessing that's the weaver crafting profession? I don't know. Maple buttons? Is that like the carpenter shoes? Okay, there's a lancer or dragoon weapon, the harpoon, bone harpoon. So yeah, some of these can be used by combat classes as well. All classes, maple clogs, and this one gives you control plus 6. When I go to look at some of these statistics, basically for crafting, like control, it's not in my attributes, is it? I don't see any control. Oh, there it is. Affects the amount of quality improved in a single synthesis step. I see. Then craftsmanship is affects the amount of progress achieved in a single synthesis step. So those are the two bonus stats that you want to have on your gathering or crafting class, basically. So you can craft gear that has that bonuses. At the same time, you can craft stuff for your other classes, like for example the archer's bow, the dragoon's auto lancer's bow and harpoon. So, but there are other crafting professions that you can pick up as well. So there's the no, there's an archer. But if you go back to old Gridania, you'll see like leather worker and stuff like that. And really, that's basically it. Let's go to the leatherworker skill. Chill there for a moment. I'm just gonna check chat. Freedom Montoya says you can dismiss the chocobo. Chocobo, get out of here. You have served your purpose. Summoned. Withdraw. Where's the option to... Yeah, Fido, if you know where the option is, it's withdraw, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. So that's done. So let's see what the fawn is. I'm not big on pets, so you guys probably may know from other MMOs that I've covered in this channel. But that is... interesting, I suppose. What about the other one? Oh, it's this thing. I've killed a bunch of these things throughout my leveling here. It is just not the best looking thing. If that came crawling into my room and I see it crawling at me, I'd freak out. Something belongs, it's like it belongs in a horror movie. Last but not least, we have this, I'm gonna call it a POW, because it looks like a POW. A POW with a... No, I know what that is. That looks like the... No, it's not. It's this bird that puffs out of the chest when, it's fighting or whatever. A dodo, yeah. What the hell? It's in the name. Wake up! Okay, the light's flashing here. So yeah. Yeah, thanks guys for the withdrawal tips here. Ezra Wood says all crafting classes share all the same gear. That's really interesting to hear. So it's not much of a big hassle then, if you want to level a crafter and go craft higher recipes or whatever. So that's really good to hear. Thank you, Ezra, for saying that. Oh yeah, I do have a retainer actually. I created one and called her Tiana, which is like a second character name that I always use in my MMOs. Is either Havelwyn or Tiana. So this one's Tiana. She's a Lancer because I believe when you first get your retainer, which I unlocked at level... Oh dear. Can't remember what level I unlocked her at, but yeah, retainer is something like a personal companion that you can summon in main cities or whatever, and you can get them to hold stuff for you, like a bank. You can give them gil, which is your currency, and then you can make them sell items on the marketplace while you're out there questing, so you can see like view sale history. I've actually sold a couple of things just to test whether or not it worked. It does work. She's got a whole bunch of stuff here. So this is the retainer's inventory. This is my inventory. You can see I just chucked a whole bunch of stuff. I've got a lot of space left. And then we got the plus button here, which is just basically your shards and whatnot. So that is the retainers, and there's a summoning bell for her. And when I'm done with her, she leaves, and I don't see her again until the next time I come back from town. I have other words in mind besides retainer to describe our relationship. Ah, son of a gun. J Fargo says, taking over in the dungeons in ESO again. Go get him, Tiger. I miss running dungeons in ESO, which reminds me, just a quick word about dungeons in Final Fantasy. I think I said it a couple of streams back. Casual players who traditionally avoided dungeons in other games, if you're brand new and you're coming into Final Fantasy, you won't have a choice. Like, you'll have to go on that dungeon treadmill and move along, and you experience them, or you have to experience them to progress the main story. But at the same time, it's a good experience because the dungeons, some of them, like the first few, are not that hard, and as it progresses along, because you've already had the experience of getting used to the Final Fantasy combat, the pacing of the combat, the reliance on the traditional trinity, the tanks, the healers, DPS. Even the most casual of casual players will get so used to the dungeons that you won't actually mind running them. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do something like what I do, which is I'm a primarily English speaking player that's gone to a Japanese server to help out my ping, because I was disconnecting like a bitch on, excuse my language, on the American servers. So when I started doing dungeons on the server that I don't speak the mother tongue, I had to go and research the dungeons in advance to get an idea, because you can't unfortunately ask chat like, hey, can someone explain the fight? It's not gonna happen. So yeah. If you do end up in my situation, do your own research, be the good guy in the team. If you're a DPS, don't just do your job. You should be fine, even for the casual player, because there's so much resources out there about dungeons and whatnot. Rico just says Choco Dodo. Choco Dodo. I'm not sure where you're getting the choco part from. I like how this guy is just so... This pet's like, I'll do my own damn thing. Oh, wait. Is he upside down? No, he's not. I can't tell. Well, I'm going to go with this one because that's like my favorite pet ever. Oh yeah, by the way, I got the mount that from the main story, which is actually freaking sick. Ah, I can't show it. Damn it. Alright, I'm going to head out to... Let me go to the Central Shroud real quick, so I can get on my mount. We got Wee Heavy. Wee Heavy says, this channel is great. I love how chill, plus variety. Well, thanks Wee Heavy. That's nice of you to say. I mean, well, it's Sunday night. This is the 4th leveling stream in the Final Fantasy series, so I usually take a month of leveling streams every weekend. To go through the game, to show my progress with the with my friends basically in chat here, and then that culminates in a review. So this being the final stream, I'm sort of in a decent mood, I suppose. And then I'll go away and make the review, be all antisocial and shit until the review comes out. But yeah, thank you for saying that. Kewin says, you created a personal slave and it's named after you. About my retainer, eh? Oh gosh. Jay Farrago says, run some dungeons with me too. I will. I actually intend to, because there's a lot of folks who on ESO who want to run stuff with me, and I usually, because I'm in a different time zone, so it's all about timing, and it's all about trying to organize something, and usually I'll be up in all kinds of times. So yeah, I definitely we'll make it a goal, dude. We'll definitely do a couple of dungeon runs this month or next month. I will get in touch with you on that. Wee Heavy says, dungeons are the best part of Final Fantasy. I pretty much spam them. I did too, in a way. Like in the week before I was heading up to level 50, at first I was a little apprehensive about doing the duty roulettes, because I did not want to be the one player who didn't speak the language and was screwing up all these dungeons and trials because I pretty much didn't know what I was doing. But of course, I know what I was doing because I researched the fights in advance, and I always have a guide at least running on my phone when I'm doing my dungeons. Or I've got a dual monitor setup here, so I'll have Final Fantasy here, and then I'll have like a browser over there. Or I'll be checking out this YouTube channel. There's this one channel that does a very good visual guide in like 3 or 4 minutes of all the Final Fantasy dungeons, and that was pretty useful for me. So this is a sick mount that you get rewarded for when you complete like the first tier of Realm Reborn stories, and I think this is like the coolest shit ever. Like, it even tries to flap its wings like a chocobo when it flies. So I guess this is the Metallica version of the chocobo. So this is okay. Here, let me just do a really good comparison here. Okay, let's bring out a chocobo. Okay. So like this is Justin Bieber. This is Justin Bieber. And then this is like the Metallica version of that chocobo. Oh no, there was like a fat one. There was like oh, there we go. Now that is an interesting looking mount. It's just so yeah. Oh, Lucolot has a quest there. This is the guy that I got my chocobo quest from. Let's see what he's got. A bird in the hand. The chocobo Lucolot may be far from home, but he has some matters close to his heart he would like to discuss with you. I'm just gonna pick this quest up because I'm here basically, and I'll just read the synopsis basically. So what is this all about, yo? Guardians are great believers in knacks, and Lucolot is eager to impart to you the knack for chocobo raising. Cleanliness is the first lesson. Gather all 5 pallets of vegetable scraps from the stables. I have no idea. Actually, you know what? I've got a cheat here. So I'm just gonna alt tab out for a moment. Bird in hand. Okay. So let me go to my main browser here. I actually have bookmarked this one site that tells me all the unlocks. So I'm just gonna go Control F. Bird in hand. Okay, so this quest, Bird in Hand, is unlocked at level 30, and it is a chocobo companion access. So basically, extended to chocobo raising upon completion of the Bird in Hand side quest. And what does it do? It basically lets you summon your chocobo as a companion. It doesn't make any sense because I can already sort of like I can already summon my chocobo as a companion to fight for me. So I'm not sure what I'm doing this again for. Ooh, lots of stuff going on in chat here. I'm just gonna check it out real quick. Freedom Material says there's a follow-up quest in Mordana to learn how to shoot cannons from that mount. Oh my god, dude. Is that for real? Wait, what? There's cannons in this mount? Oh man, you're right. Yeah, I see the cannons. There's one right there, I think. Oh yeah. So Fido said there's a quest. That's cool. It also flies in the heavens sword areas. Holy cow. Yeah, you guys are not helping, really. I mean, I'll come back to Final Fantasy. Don't you worry. I always come back to games. We Heavy says people in dungeons are super friendly. I agree. I'm gonna say that immediately. I agree, but I can only speak for the Japanese server that I'm on. I was on the American servers for like a day, guys. A day before I had to like move over because of the ping or lag issues and all the disconnects. But based on the Japanese server that I'm on, like all the dungeons so far that I've done, there's you don't see it's toxic. I mean, the level of toxic that you experience in terms of players Very, very minimum. In fact, I'm struggling to recall a particular time where somebody just. Sure, there are gonna be players that go and do their own thing. They go stand in the shit. They stand in the red, circles, or they go pull a bunch of mobs. A lot of the times you don't know if it's intentional or it's not because there's a language barrier and nobody, no one says, stop or whatever. But tanks in this game and maybe even DPS have the option to mark targets, and marking is huge in this server, at least because of the language barrier. So I really appreciate when tanks start marking targets so everybody knows their roles and stuff like that. But I've never come across somebody who intentionally or purposely goes out of their way to grief the group by pulling more ads or by dying all the time or whatever. So yeah, from my experience, people who run dungeons in this game are really cool. But then again, that's because a lot of the player base that runs dungeons are people who usually don't normally do them, so everyone's a bit more reserved and oh shit, I gotta get this right, I'm gonna do it by the book, kind of thing. Whereas in other games where dungeons are used and abused, you get all kinds of people, man. Where the hell am I now? Let's check and chat again. Okay, Rico says, I use Star Wars The Old Republic dungeons to get to max level, so I can go back to complete my tutorial planet for max rewards. Vito Montoya also says the Magitech mount is from one of the early Final Fantasy games, I think. Final Fantasy IV. Wow. Oh wait, no. Q1 says Final Fantasy VI should be the one with the Magitech mount. At the end of this, I'm gonna give like Fido and Kiwin a certificate of, and my sister too probably, for like a certificate of Final Fantasy knowledge, because throughout this month of streaming, these guys have just been putting out so much Final Fantasy lore and stuff that I would not have known. I mean, I'm not a Final Fantasy fan. Don't hate me. I'm saying in general, I was not into Final Fantasy. I have played before, but I wouldn't consider myself like a fan to go and play all the other games. So just to hear about stuff like this is actually pretty cool. So Kibun says Final Fantasy IV is Cecile Paladin and Kane Dragoon. No idea what that is. Fida says, yeah, I can remember when they first introduced. Okay, cool. So you guys go on with that. But Fido was saying that the quest is for breeding chocobos. Okay, so I had a quest back there, right? This one here, bird in hand. So apparently that's for racing your chocobos. Cuban says the quest allows you to train your chocobo and gain XP at the sides. So chocobo racing, okay, that's cool. Chocobo racing. Chocobo racing is a thing. I've actually unlocked this thing called the Gold Saucer, which is like a Final Fantasy's version of Las Vegas or Genting Highlands for you Malaysians. Basically, you can play cards. I've already showed you what cards look like. Triple Triads, I believe that game. Where is the Gold Source? I want to say it's in Thanalan. Can I go up any higher now? It's in Thanalan, right? Gold Saucer. Yeah, there we go. So this is basically the map of this place where you can do your chocobo races and play Triple Triads card game, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff too. So okay, so that quest unlocks. What is this person doing? She's looking at the mirror. Mirror on the wall. Who's the prettiest of them all? No, it's not a mirror. I'm just gonna stand behind this person and just watch her work in the creepiest way ever. It doesn't have the same effect because I'm playing a female character, unfortunately, so not a lot of oomph. So here's what I'm gonna do to ride out into the sunset with the last stream. Let's go ahead and do a dungeon, huh? What do you say? Oh, what am I doing? I should be. I'm gonna wear my Dragoon 66. Thank you guys, basically, Fido and Kiwin, for the information about the Chocobo. Appreciate that. Fido also says you can raise others based on the stats of your racing Chocobo from the Gold Saucer Racing. Wow, that's some pretty in-depth shit. And that's what surprises me most about Final Fantasy. On the surface, it's like Chocobo Mount right around. But deeper than that, there's companions. You can summon it as like a healing attack or a DPS, and then on top of that, you got the whole racing thing and the whole, um, the systems go deeper. So what you see on the surface in Final Fantasy, some of them are, they're what you see is what you get. But a lot of the systems in this game, it goes deeper and deeper and deeper, which is really interesting, I think. Kiwin says, oh wait, we got Lee Tell for Haley. Lee says, you can choose skill tree for your chocobo and level it up. I have been doing that. I think I've been doing that. Because I've been using my chocobo as primarily a healer. So I'm rank 4. Yeah, I've got heal ults all the way up to rank 4. He can do this chocobo cure, which is cures me for 300 or whatever. So yeah, well initially I thought I wanted to do a dungeon and ride out into the sunset, but I think I would just rather prefer to just chat with you guys in chat. That's my final stream here. It's gonna be a short one too, because the issue with waking up at 8:58 p.m. on a Sunday night is that you sort of have no time to work on the things that you were supposed to work on a Sunday in the first place. So yeah, I have to go and do some work that I unfortunately missed because I slept in on a Sunday. Alright guys, you Final Fantasy folks in chat. Kiwin says, it's common for tanks to pull large amount of mobs to speed up the run. You talking about dungeons in general, dude? Because I've seen that, like in some of the ending quests for Realm Reborn, you know, the ones with the 8-man. I've jumped into both now, I think, and both of them, you know, the tank just runs through, everybody runs through, pulls all the mobs to like the mid or the end, and we just AoE everything down. So it's at that stage now, and I don't blame, you know, players for doing that, because some of these dungeons, some of these dungeons have been out for what, years now. So I guess the player base have done it one too many times. So it's only I guess natural that speedruns like that happen. So for new players, obviously they're gonna suffer, which is one of the things I hated. And you know, chat warned me on this. I think Fido and Kiwin warned me about having to watch cutscenes in the middle of the damn raid or dungeon, as it is. So, and I believe they are fixing that with Stormblood or Heavensward. I'm sure they fixed it in Heavensward, where they're no longer putting cinematic cutscenes like in the middle of a damn raid, because half of the players would have moved on, you know, for those not gonna wait for new first timers. And again, I don't blame them. You can't blame, you know, you can't hold everybody accountable for not wanting to stay there and, you know, look at you AFK watching your cutscenes, and you just can't. DJ James, what's up, DJ? He says, thought I'd call in while grinding raid gear. Well, I'll take your call, DJ James. So you are grinding for raid gear in which game? Are you grinding for Final Fantasy? Is that the raid gear you're grinding for? So what's the highest item level that you guys need to be an efficient raider? I'm on 66, and I know there will be some dungeons and some content in, I want to say, Heavensward and above, Heavensward, and I believe Stormblood too, where you will be locked unless you meet a certain item level. Is that true? And if so, like, what's the ideal item level to be at? We got Fido saying, I'd still suggest watching The Fall and Rise of Final Fantasy on YouTube, at least the first episode, the 4 episodes. It's a good story about the failure of the first version and the remake into this version. Don't worry about it, Fido. That's in my... see, I write my scripts on online rather than offline, and then I export it offline, so I have backup versions and whatever. And in both those versions, the rise and fall of Final Fantasy is on the top there with the URL to the YouTube video. So that's actually like part of my research in going into the 10 reasons to play. So I'll make that a good watch during the week, because I will have to like take maybe 3 or 4 days off this week in terms of not playing any game, just doing my daily work, and on top, and once I'm done with that review mode, right, my reviews go up to 5,000, 6,000 words basically. 10 reasons, 5,000, 6,000 words. So yeah, a lot of work goes into this. I will have the time. Kiwan says, yep, in higher level dungeons, tanks will pull every mob till before the boss fight and AoE them down. Fido says, the most interesting part is how they made the calamity of a part of the story to destroy the 1.0 version. Jasmel, which is my sister, Fido's right, I saw that and it was good to know how it went and such. Yeah, I'll definitely make that a watch. I've also been, reading some of like the media stuff. Damn, I can't remember which article now. But I have all the resources I need for my, like, when I do my research, all bookmarked. So there's a lot of good info there. Kevin says, of course, sometimes it backfires and your team wipes. DG James say, yeah, we have oh gosh, sorry if I get your name wrong. Balthius says, sup man? What server you play on? I'm on the Atomos server. I know, it's weird. But yeah, I am in Southeast Asia, so I'm on the Atomos Japanese server. On the Elemental... No, hang on. I'm on the Atomos server on the Elemental Shard, or I'm on the Elemental server on the Atomos Shard. I don't know the distinction there between server and shard. But yeah, basically Elemental and Atomos. I initially tried to get into one of the servers that, I think it was Brian, who's not here tonight. I don't think Brian's watching. Brian, are you there? Or was it Kiwin that said there was this one server full of Malaysian players? I can't remember what it was called now. Let me just log out real quick and check. But I tried to get into that server, but it was full. Or wait, was it full? I remember I keep getting this error that said you cannot make a character here. Okay, so it's a world. Okay, world. So it was Tonberry. So initially, when I tried creating a character on Tonberry, they wouldn't allow me to because it's like full and blah blah blah. But apparently, I can create a character on Tonberry now tonight because there's not a lot of people playing. Interesting. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna do that real quick because there are a lot of people from my country that play on this server apparently. I'm just gonna create a new character here with 4 days remaining on my subscription time. It's gonna be fun. Alright, I'm finally gonna pick a male character here. I'm gonna go with here again, obviously. Let's move on to the next button. Highlander or Midlander? Oh, Highlander, obviously. I love the beard there. Just gonna confirm that. Yeah, I'll just... Well, he kind of looks like Haffle, which is my main character in all the other games that I play. I'm just gonna change his hairstyle to white because that's what I do. And we have a winner, folks. Let's just go ahead and confirm that. Yeah. I'm just creating for the sake of having a character on this server so that when I come back, I guess it'll be easier to log in. Jesus Christ, I said I'm done. Let's go. Ah, damn you. Let's confirm. No, there's no need to save that. Yeah, whatever. I will make him a... Oh, man. Conjurer. Well, yeah, I'll just try Conjurer. Why the hell not? Actually, no, screw it. I'm gonna go for Gladiator. No, Pugilist, no, Marauder, no, Archer. I'll try the Archer. Why the hell not? This is my main character. I don't need a surname. Oh, come on. I don't need a surname. I've never had a surname. Damn you. I could find Half-Life Dream. To make it consistent, at least. Yes! Okay, where was I in the chat? DJ James says, getting all my classes to level 260. Ooh, so that's the item level that's optimal for rating, huh? Kiwin says, item level 270 should be the cap right now. Okay, Fido also confirms that 270 is the cap for the end of Heavensward. DJ Phoenix says, Phoenix is yours. Phoenix is mine, basically. So you're on the Phoenix server? That's cool. I'm guessing that's the American server, I think it is. Because I'm not sure, there's just so many worlds out there. And I tried, as I said earlier, I tried the American servers. It just did not work out for me because of, you know, disconnects and everything. So, alright guys, 270, huh? I'm like 60 on my main, like, Dragoon. So that shows you guys how far away I am. Ezra Wood says, for a Realm Reborn, raids is a minimum item level of 50.
Feel.
Great. At least I'm 66 or something, so I can just join, like, the usual raids. Ezra also says, then it slowly gets higher and higher. The nice thing, see, the nice thing about Final Fantasy is, at least in my experience, that there's a reason why I'm only picking up, like, crafting now at the end of, you know, getting level 50. It's simply because the main campaign, or sorry, not the main campaign, well, pretty much the main story has given me all the gear that I basically needed to be decent at doing what I'm supposed to be doing. It got to a point where I could just jump into this, you know, level 30, level 20 dungeons or whatever and just be okay without having to rely too much on outside gear. Just basically use the gear that, you know, drops from the story. And by doing your main class stories every 5 levels also gives you good gear for your class. So, in a way, Final Fantasy takes care of that. You obviously want to, I guess at later levels, at like 50 or whatever, you want to get the best gears for raids and whatever, or maybe crafting. But yeah, if for casual first timers, those of you leveling for the first time, gear has not been an option as you progress in the game. Let's go back to Animals. I have one in Kujata. That's weird. Am I an elemental? What is going on? Huh? I am an elemental, right? Or am I not? Wait. Wait a minute, I did not create a character in Tonberry. I created a character in Kujata. What the? How did that happen? What the hell? What? Oh god, I guess it's a sign for me to either go have more coffee or maybe take a nap, because it's that sort of days, that sort of stream. I just want to put my leg up on this chair here and just chill. I suppose in a way it's a very symbolic way to end the streaming process. Holy shit. Baltheos says, nice, and Jismel says, I think Tonberry. Yeah, I tried to make, I thought I was making a character in Tonberry. Apparently I wasn't. And this is, are we back? Am I back? For some reason, the stream just went to shits. I'm not sure if you guys are still there or not. But yeah, at the end of the stream, at the end of the year, I'm putting together a collage of all the shitty, stupid, funny, blooper, crappy, the stuff that happened during the stream. And This is probably gonna make it there. How the heck did I swear to God, if I were to rewatch the stream, I swear I clicked the Tonberry server and ended up making it up on a different server. My goodness, I can't believe this shit. Happens to the best of us, folks. Oh man, okay. Well, I don't want Kujata anymore, so if I click Tonberry, so I'm down in Tonberry, now I'm gonna go back to Adamos. Yeah, that's right. That's where my main character is. Man, I'm having a brilliant night so far. Woohoo! Just Mel says, I think you created it in a different role. Yep, I did. Azrawood says, the ultimate misclick. Is that a misclick? I don't know. Oh gosh. Balthio says, RIP. Just Mel says, hashtag need more coffee. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta work after this. I'll probably have another coffee. Rico just says, bloopers review. It's good now. Okay, great. Because the stream kind of just died there because it was hanging its head in shame at my mistake. Ah, well. So, I guess that's it then. I should call it. It's like 12:10 midnight here. I'm gonna call it, guys. It's been a very fun experience in Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn. This is in no way my final fantasy with the game, because I do intend to come back in the future, and you know, I've got a lot of unfinished business with Final Fantasy, but I've seen and done enough in the base or core game Realm Reborn to, you know, put out a video in my format. That's probably lost my train for thought here, but yeah, it's I've seen it done enough. Fido says, log out in a city or by an Aetheryte. In case you play again, you'll have vested XP. You know, I actually had a crap ton of vested XP. I just don't know where they all went. The last time I logged in, like, my vested XP was into the next bar. Well, I'm actually gonna go back to Gridania. What the hell? Let's go back to New Gridania. Port there. So yeah, I guess this is the part where I want to thank everyone who has participated in the Final Fantasy XIV streams, from stream number 1 all the way to stream number 4. And for those of you who went on my Twitch and caught that impromptu Final Fantasy stream as well. Man, so much gas, and all I'm drinking is coffee. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Those of you stuck in chat, all the regulars for Final Fantasy, you know, Fido, Kiwin, Brian, Rico, Azra. I'll just shout out everybody. Valvius, Farraklo, Jay Farraklo, who's been here since quite a while now. Did I miss anybody? We Heavy, is this your first stream, We Heavy? I want to thank you for being a part of the Final Fantasy streams. All of you guys that, you know, contributed so much to the streams by keeping me company in chat. You guys just watch the Final Fantasy review. You guys have a nice surprise waiting for you. Crosshairs, hey Crosshairs, I just want to say thanks for hanging out tonight. Arlim JH, same thing. You've been in multiple streams now. Thank you. Dark Andar, sorry if I missed you earlier, but thanks for hanging out, Dark Andar. Online Fever. Who else we got in here? Sean Wall. Forgot Sean. Sean's been a regular too. Hayu Visor, Lee Telfer, regular as well. Ezra, did I say Ezra? Well, thank you guys so much. You guys have been really, really fun, really, you know, entertaining to interact with and talk to. And you know, I've not actually been streaming for a long time. I only started streaming in December, I think, when I first had to do the Elder Scrolls Online. But I can tell that, you know, streamers get a lot of joy. Like 50% of the joy comes from playing the game, and the other 50% comes from the people in the chat and whatever. And I just have so much fun. Holy crap! Just watching and reading some of the stuff you guys. We got Triton chat. Hi Triton. Sorry if I get your name wrong, but. Welcome to the stream, which is just about to end. It says, I remember the day I was still on level 50. Well, I just got to level 50. And I will come back. Obviously, will come back and make my way up higher and higher. And I don't know. We'll see. Stormblood plus Heavensward review. It's gonna take a while, by the way, because I have to go make that circle, as I told you guys a lot of times now. I gotta do the after the Final Fantasy review, there's the Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind review, and then newsflash for those of you that are also looking forward to games like this Secret World Legends, which is the relaunch of the Secret World. The launch on Steam has been delayed, which means that everybody can play the game for free on June the 26th from the Funcom site itself. So you can just get the client, start downloading and playing. So initially when I thought, I was never gonna be able to review it and stream it for a leveling stream because the game is region blocked on Steam, the fact that the Steam one got delayed and that the client is now on the official website means I can download it and play it on launch day. So I'm gonna go do that after Morrowind, and then after that I am free. So I'm not gonna return to Final Fantasy that quick because I want to sort of diversify my experience, so it feels it doesn't feel like a job for me. So it feels like, okay, I'm checking out the different locales of games, and then when I make my way back to Final Fantasy, it'll be a better experience. That's just how I like to do things. Like Elder Scrolls, for example, a review came out in February. I went to a couple of different MMOs before I went back, which is now to do Morrowind. So yeah, Fido says take it easy, get some rest. I will, Fido. Thanks so much. Jay Franklin says big ups, mate. Big ups indeed. I will catch you on ESO, Jay. And thanks for the Warden bill that you sent me on Twitter. Sean says, hey, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, Sean. I enjoy your company as well. And I guess that's it for me, guys. The next time you see a Final Fantasy video, it's gonna be the 10 reasons to play Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn in 2017 new players review. It's been fantastic streaming this past 4 weeks. I want to say a big thank you to my sister, Jasmel, in game known as Sky, Sky, aka Nyfarum. And the funny thing is that when I said Nyfarum in like the first stream, everybody started calling her Knife, like Knife, like knife in chat. It's actually Niferum, Nyfarum. It's supposed to be something from Mass Effect or something like that. I don't know. It's yeah. But yeah, Nyfarum, thank you so much for sponsoring Final Fantasy with your hard-earned money. Treating your little brother to an MMO is super cool. Someday I'll repay the favor, maybe in some MMO that, I don't know, that you hate. That'll be interesting. Lee Telfer says, night, man. Thank you, Lee. Have a good day wherever you are, man. I appreciate that, and thanks for hanging out. Okay, guys, before I ramble on and on and on, because I have the potential to do that in every stream, when I say that it's time for me to go, I am gonna go. So again, thank you very much. Have a good day. I hope you guys have a good weekend and have a good week next week. I know it's Memorial Day coming up for you guys in the States or something like that, right? So, yeah, and have a good one, I suppose. And for all you Malaysians, enjoy the Monday morning traffic jams. Woohoo! Alright guys, I'm out of here. Again, it's Jeremy Adrian here, and I just want to thank you guys for watching. Laters!